Io. We've come a long way since we met on Freyman.
Welcome! Which crew member would you like to call? Wanna buy an airship? I can get you one wholesale. Get it? I can sense you want to save a few cents. Here's an offer you can't refuse. Got some goodies for ya. Sending out the old crew signal, eh? Who should we poke? horses. We can't leave without letting the others know first. Let's kick some tail! We've already seen a lot of action today, so let's take the Explorer nice and steady.
Wow, you can see so far from up here.
Great!
Dang, we need a key. What's Rosetta doing? Probably better not to ask. Every rose has its thorns, and every primal beast has her secrets.
Hi, Rosetta!
Nice of you to drop by, Lyria. Come to see my part of town?
Actually, I wanted to ask you how I could help the crew.
Is that so? Well, I'd say there's no need to stress out about it.
But I want to be useful and do my share.
Oh dear. I think you might be overthinking this.
Still, isn't there something I can do?
Let's see. Guidebooks are pretty useful. Ever thought about writing one?
Write my own guidebook?
Just jot down the fun things you've seen and done. Whatever you want to share with us.
Better than complaining all the time. That's like the opposite of being helpful. You're right. Okay, I'll write the best guidebook ever.
I can't wait to read it. Such a refreshing breeze.
Yeah. I can't wait to see more of the town. Let's kick some... Meal! Easier than eating apples.
Can't open it.
It looks like we'll need a key to open it. What's a house? Not bad.
Catalina training again. This old military hat.
Hi, Catalina. What you doing?
Thought I might get in some training. I once spent hours practicing my strikes.
Oh, no wonder you're a master swordswoman.
Not yet, I'm afraid. Maybe I'm halfway there at best.
You're no slouch either, buddy. But I wonder who's better, you or Catalina?
Probably Catalina.
It's hard to say at a glance, though it might be fun to cross swords sometime.
You mean like a sparring match? I wouldn't know who to root for. Then why not both? Oh, you're right. There's no rule that says I can only pick...
Captain, before we proceed any further, I have just one thing. Make sure to check our mastery points from time to time. Battles may begin to feel tense if we don't sharpen our skills.
Can't wait to try this out! Nice! Yeah, I think I get it. Ready for action! Good stuff! Oh, nifty! Great!
I'll practice day and night. I mustn't fall behind our captain after all.
Io. We've come a long way since we met on Freymo. With how much she knows about magic, I still can't believe she's younger than me. Maybe we could use this. Not bad.
Hey, what you looking at? Yeah! You dumb lizard! Don't sneak up on me like that! Ugh, for the millionth time, I ain't no lizard! So, what you doing, Io? Checking out the makeup selection. Ooh, that's so grown up! An elegant lady knows the importance of looking her best. I see. I still don't know anything about makeup. You're naturally pretty, but a dab here or there could bring out a whole new you. Really? I don't know if that's me at all. How about this? Next time we'll do our faces together. With Rosetta's tutoring, of course. Aren't you curious how Lyria will look, Captain?
Can't wait to see the new Lyria.
Gosh, I'll try not to disappoint anyone. Gee, what a selection. I don't know what most of this stuff is for.
Eugen's already, making connections with the locals.
Ahoy, Captain. Enjoying yourself?
Oh, brother. At least one of us is, that's for sure.
Come here. Let you in on a tip I heard. Word is there's a village that runs a mining operation on a nearby island. It's got an altar dedicated to, get this, a primeval god. And when this god stirs up a wind, loads of ore gets exposed, ripe for the plucking. Then, this town takes those mined ores to make the finest jewelry. We'd be rich if we got in on the action somehow. You catching my drift? Anyway, gonna stay put and sniff around for more info. I'll let you know what I hear. See you later, Captain. One more for the road.
Rackham headed straight for the docks, huh? He takes such good care of the Grand Cipher.
Airship of that size is a first for me, but I reckon I can handle her.
Sorry for pushing you guys.
Shucks, it ain't nothing. I'll leave this spot empty, so go ahead and fly her in.
Thanks a million. I'll get right on it.
Rackham, hi!
Well, look who it is. I managed to find a place that can patch up the Grand Cipher. Just got done haggling with him.
I'm sorry the ship got hurt. That was my fault.
Whoa, whoa, what are you talking about? You had nothing to do with it.
But
Look, it was a random accident. No one could have known our dragon friend would go all crazy.
Wonder what upset Bahamut.
Beats me. I just hope it's not an omen of bad things to come.
No point losing sleep over what ifs. Let's just forget about it for now, okay?
Okay. Thanks for cheering me up.
There's that smile. Besides, we're in a new skydom. Let's see some more enthusiasm, huh? Anyway, I'd better go move the Grand Cipher before anything happens to it. Go have fun. I got the ship covered.
If you're done looking around, we can start heading to the meetup spot a little early. The meetup spot was somewhere around here, right? Are you done looking?
Yeah, I think I've...
Same. Let's take a quick break while... Look, it's the Grand Cipher! Oh yeah! Rackham did say he'd bring her in for repairs. Can I tell you something? I heard what you did when I was falling off the ship. I felt so happy knowing you sprang to my rescue. We've been through a lot together. Visited new islands. It hasn't always been the safest trip. I just wanted to say thank you. And since our lives are intertwined, let's make the most of our journey together.
Yeah.
Now my face feels a little hot. That's so true. Doesn't it smell
sure does.
Sorry. Kept y'all waiting. Cypher's officially in the shop.
Nice work. Thanks, Rackham. So, we've got time to burn, it seems. Anyone want...
Almost forgot this.
You guys hear that?
All right, I'm off. Pardon my rudeness. I don't do well with lizards.
Hey! I ain't no lizard!
It can talk?
I do beg your pardon. We didn't mean to startle you. And we certainly don't intend on starting any trouble. Actually, we're a crew of humble skyfarers. This is Vern. I assure you he means no harm. If anything, he's quite the lovable dragon once you get to know him.
You've got it all wrong, Catalina. I'm a cool dragon.
Huh. Skyfarers, you say? Oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name is...
Roland, you've got to help us. A tornado suddenly hit our village out of nowhere.
A tornado? Could something have angered Tempeal's primal beast?
Huh?
Remain here in Folca. I'll handle the rest. My apologies. It seems I'm needed elsewhere, so I'm afraid this is farewell for now.
Hey, wait! He sure ran off in a hurry.
And I heard him say primal beast. We should follow him.
There are still people stuck in Tempeal! Oh, what do we do? So the altar suddenly lit up, you know? And the wind was like a whoosh! And that primeval god is not happy. Slow down, take a few deep breaths, and tell me exactly what happened. Okay. I'm calm.
An altar, fierce winds, and what they call a primeval god. Sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Smells fishy. It's gotta be connected to Bahamut going ballistic on us.
That guy with glasses knows something we don't. Wanna see if we can tag along?
He could lead us to a clue. What do you think, Captain?
Sounds an awful lot like a primal beast to me.
Yep. Which means there's only one way to handle this.
Right then. I know what I have to do. Time to get moving.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello again. The situation is a bit out of hand, as you can see. If you need something from me, can it wait? I must leave town for a spell.
Then I'll cut to the chase. Allow us to join you.
Say that again?
It seems you're in a predicament. Depending on the situation, we could be of help.
I appreciate the offer, I really do, but...
You mentioned a primal beast, right? If that's the problem, we want to lend a hand.
We hit our own snag as soon as we arrived in this skydom. Bet you a round of drinks whatever you're facing has to do with us, too.
Simply put, our goals are aligned. It takes two to tango, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. Though, more hands would certainly be welcome. Very well. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yay!
Anything can happen out there. You should get organized before we head out.
All right. Who are we calling to the front line?
Lead the way.
Pow! They'll never see me coming.
I compliment any bouquet.
See that counter? That's where we can pick up new quests. Let's check back often, okay? You set. That dude's gonna need serious help fixing the tornado problem.
Oh, are you a Skyfarer, perchance? If you're looking for coin, I can help you find jobs from all over the Skydom. So, would you be interested in taking a quest or two? Or, maybe more? What do you think? This one, yes? Would you take this one? I can make the arrangements at once. This one, yes? Good luck out there. All right,
You
see
set. That dude's gonna need serious help fixing the tornado problem. Security alert! It's go time!
Now's our chance! Say goodnight! The most formidable crew in the skies!
Let's blast the next one, too! Score one, Vegeta! Get him! Now, let's go!
The mana is strong with this one.
That's what you get for messing with the best.
Attack! Following! The Lady Gloves are off. That was
Good
sublime.
work! And we'll finish the next wave in no time. They just keep coming, or we'll show them who's boss.
Crazy coming!
Follow me!
If you
They're
insist,
finished!
I'll support!
Don't let up yet!
I won't fail you.
Hey! Always ready to go!
They're open! Bury them!
Leave it to me!
Keep your wits about you. Right.
You got it right! Focus up, Theo!
Fight harder.
On my mark!
You have my aid.
That's one way down! It looks like there's still more of them. I'm not liking the look of this, but don't let it intimidate you. Break away! Stop clearing our path! Not down yet. It's working! Gotta keep it up! Break away! It's working! Gotta keep it up!
Now's our chance.
Let's go!
Don't overdo it.
Trying to impress me?
Let's keep it up and left.
You're not wrong.
Good work! Keep it up, and we'll finish the next wave in no time. I'm not liking the look of this, but don't let it intimidate you.
What do you think? There.
Easy peasy.
Now! Right away.
Take this!
Great work, everyone.
You got it! Let's Tempest Blade! Ah! Follow me!
I'll support.
Here's our chance!
Indeed. On me! Say goodnight!
It's working! Healing our hit!
What do you think?
Gotta keep it up! Follow my lead! Score one, Vegeta! Time to shine!
I've got them!
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there! To the end of the skies! To Estalucia!
Excuse me.
Great work today, team!
Come to view the requests? Right.
Our adventure began with a strange light falling over my home island of Zinkenstill. I chased it to the impact site, where I found a blue-haired girl named Lyria and a knight, Catalina. The girl was shaken, and pretty soon I learned the reason why. She was on the run from Erste Empire soldiers. I knew an unfair fight when I saw one, so I stepped up to protect Lyria from those overbearing jerks. Catalina and I fended them off well enough, but when their backs were in the corner, they released a fire-breathing hydra. It charged me, sending me flying into the tree line. Moments away from death, all I could think about was Dad. He'd been the one who trained me, and he'd done a great job, but, well, who expects their daughter to get attacked by a five-headed horror? He was going to be devastated. So, it's all over. Just as I began to sink into darkness, a gentle light enveloped my body. Lyria, wreathed by a mystical halo, was floating above me with her hand outstretched. She explained that she was going to merge our life forces. Fortunately, it worked. From that moment forward, Lyria and I would be inextricably linked. Looking into her blue eyes, I knew I had nothing to fear, not even death itself. Two people, one life, a greater whole. Lyria had taken a huge risk to save me. Now, if one of us got hit with a fatal blow, it was curtains for both. And that thought awakened in me a desperate hunger for survival, for life. The next moment, Lyria and I felt this reverberation of power. The torrent of emotion rushing from me had awakened something. Darkness and flames swirled around us, coalescing into a massive dragon, Bahamut. With him on our side, we made short work of the Imperial Hydra. Now that their trump card had been blasted into oblivion, the Imperial Army had no choice but to run. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't chased that light. No Lyria, no lifelink, no adventure. Yeesh, I probably wouldn't even have set foot off of Zinkenstill. Fate's a funny thing, isn't it? Since meeting Lyria, we've seen our fair share of joy and happiness, and pain and suffering. But the Grand Cypher crew doesn't buckle under pressure. We'll take on anything the journey throws at us. No regrets. Now, where was I? Oh, right. We just humiliated the Empire, who probably had reserves waiting somewhere close by. We realized we needed to get off Zinkenstill. Fast. The Empire was not going to rest while Lyria was on the loose, and I figured that since we shared a life force now and all, it was in everyone's best interest if we stayed together. Plus, I'd always wanted to explore the far reaches of the skies, though doing it on the run, not what I had in mind. Oh, there was so much to think about, so much to decide. But all those plans could come after we had escaped Zinkenstill. I didn't want a whole army, this time with, I don't know, 30 Hydras marching on my home island. And, well, I had another, more personal reason for wanting to leave. Before I knew it, our journey was at an end. The end. As in, we'd reached the end of the skies. My daughter, I'm waiting for you on Estalucia. I thought about Dad's letter. I missed him. When I was young, he would take me to the edge of the island, and we'd sit there, admiring the clouds. I wanted so badly to explore those skies, just like Dad. I had to see him again. And now, I wouldn't have to make that journey alone. With Vern, Lyria, and Catalina at my side, we commandeered a small Imperial craft and set out for the greatest of destinations, Esta Lucia. From the moment we left Sinkenstill, our adventures were hectic to say the least. Catalina, who claimed to be an experienced pilot, crashed our small vessel into the gusty fields of Port Breeze. But we quickly pulled ourselves together and found a new ally, and helpsman, in the form of Rackham. Since then, we gained more and more allies, and no matter what obstacle we faced, the crew always worked in tandem to find a solution. It's all thanks to their support that I've made it this far. And what a wild ride it's been! I had never set foot off of Sinkenstill, but sure, being a roving band of heroes is difficult. But new faces, new places, and a whole airship's worth of fun. Anyhoodle, we've just begun the next chapter. We discovered another piece of the sky map, which led us to Zega Grande. Yeah, a whole... I knew it was going to be fine. Just another set of memories to add to our... I hope you're ready, Zega Grande, because...
You think you know the sky and wind, but then you come to a foreign land where
Catalina, where do you think this...
The wind rustled Lyria's hair from somewhere far, far... Much time has passed since Lyria and I found myself thankful that the sky has no limit. Because no matter... Lyria and I first crossed paths when I was still a knight of Erste. So you're Lyria. I was appointed to stay by her side. She reminded me of a beautifully crafted puppet. Her expression was fixed, and her eyes moved to pity. I wanted, at the very least, that I may as well have been talking to a doll. It wasn't until many days had escaped us that I realized Lyria was a real girl with so. I taught her to laugh when she felt joy through books and reverie. I taught her to long for the outside world. And when colors on a page... The illustrations Lyria had seen were lovely. But the sky now... And finally, her blue eyes shone. As if there, with the open air as our witness. Someday, we'll sail this endless world. As the bond between us grew, so did Lyria doesn't belong here. The shining empire I served now became to me a place clouded by doubt. Day after day, a battle raged within. Then, one day, a memory of Lyria's response on the roof broke through.
Really?
I had made a vow. There was no... I took her hand once again. This time, not to simply gaze at the sky, but to leap into it.
Piloting an airship ain't easy work, but whether it's plotting a win... Ha! Just a little... Finally, the Grand Cipher broke through the nebulous shadows and turbulent winds of the Grim Basin. It was a panoramic azure, dappled by silver-white clouds and gleaming from the light. Damn, who'd have ever thought a young dreamer from Port Breeze would make it all the way out to these skies? The Grand Cipher and I, we'd gone through thick and thin together. It's a long story, but it all... Right then, landing maintenance, fuel stores... full. Engine, all clear. What awaited us in the Zega Grande Skydom? As uneasy as I was, I couldn't help but feel a teensy bit giddy with excitement. Ever since I found her abandoned behind I was just a kid, but I had lofty dreams of back then. I didn't know the difference between a porthole and port side. After a ton of elbow grease, the day had come. The Grand Cipher was... And wouldn't you know it, she actually lifted off the ground for me. But before I could take it all in, I mean literally, the grand 100 different things could have caused it, but that didn't matter. Betrayed by the very sky. Looking back now, it sounds stupid, I know, but laugh if you want, but some pits are too deep to crawl out of. Especially when you look up for freedom. Don't worry, my pity party wouldn't last for too much longer. But ironically enough, it was the meteoric rise of the Erste Empire that would bring the captain into my life. Just as I'd given up on flying, the Erste Empire had arrived in Port Breeze, and they were hell-bent on exploiting our local protector, the primal beast of wind, Tiamat. Their twisted machinations caused her to go on a rampage. Port Breeze. Thing is, Lyria needed to get close to Tiamat, which meant we had to go up, and to go up. Thought I'd already closed that chapter of my life when the skies betrayed. Quick, get on the Grand Cipher! I don't know what got into me. She fell once before. Hell, I knew she might fall again. Nothing like a hell. But the people of Port Breeze and my new crewmates had entrusted their fates to my piloting skill. All I needed to do was just a damn shame it took me this long. But I'm as the Grand Cipher's engine purred to life. I knew I would no longer be encumbered by fear. Lyria quelled the primal beast, and catastrophe had been averted. Ever since that day, it's been one hell of a ride. I've since formed a pact with good old Tiamat and made amends with the shipwright Primal who built the Grand Cipher, Noah. So, Zeka Grande Skydom might be uncharted territory, but my role remains the same. See our crew arrive safely, no matter the destination. And that includes Estalucia. Some folks might call reaching the end of the skies an impossible dream.
If I hadn't met Master Zaka on that fateful day, if he hadn't saved me... I'm from the Vaults Duchy, where the weather's sweltering all year long. Thanks to her, my hometown might not have been the most scenic place, but as long as I had, after traveling for so long, before I left on my journey, I was completely clueless. When my master, I was looking for something. Anything that would help me find the reason behind his disappearance turned out to be even worse than I could have imagined. They had manipulated him into awakening the primal beast that fortunately I was able to break through to him, thwarting the Empire's attempt to exploit. I learned that they were doing all sorts of horrible things. My master was a kind person who never hesitated to, and I couldn't just sit around when there was work to be done. That's why I decided to join the crew. To stick it to those Empire jerks. A few years before I met the crew, I mourned their deaths for who knows how long, with no living relatives in Vaults, until one day, my master reached out his hand to me. There was something in his voice that made me look up. I had no idea how he'd done it, but I knew it was just the magic I needed. He went on to show me all kinds of incredible... Watching him made me smile at a time master would always say that something about that spoke to me. So I signed myself up as his disciple, begging him to teach me magic. After all, if he was right, that meant One day, shortly after I joined the crew, no matter how many times I tried casting a spell, the rest of the crew thought Master Zaka might have the answers. It had been forever since I'd been back home. I opened my mouth to ask him about my problem, but when I saw how happy, I'd promised him that I'd come back as a great mage. But the last thing I wanted was for him to be disappointed. Around that time, an epidemic returned to Vault. Wanting to keep it from spreading any further, my master headed to the clinic, but he ended up getting sick too. The source of the epidemic turned out to be an evil spirit that revealed itself to us. That rotten creature had already taken my parents from me. I wasn't gonna let it take anyone else. I'll never forget how it felt to watch, helplessly, as my parents' killer got away. Without my magic, I didn't see the point. All I could do was watch as my master suffered, withering away. But you know, it wasn't all bad. In search of a solution to my magic loss at the local library,
I happened to come across a beautiful golden staff. That's when Master Zaka revealed that my mother had been a mage too. On the verge of tears, I clenched my staff tightly in frustration. My beloved home and master were being threatened by a disease-spreading spirit, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Just as I began feeling completely hopeless, the staff began to glow. Somehow I could feel it encouraging me, empowering me. So what if I couldn't use magic? Surely there were other ways to help everyone. Unable to stand around doing nothing any longer, I ran off to find the crew. When I finally tracked them down, they'd already been rendered powerless by the disease. That left me as the only person who could fight. There wasn't a second to lose. It was that moment when I decided I was done running away. I'd promised myself a long time ago that I was going to use my magic to make people happy. Filled with newfound resolve, I heard a voice coming from the staff. Is that you? The voice told me to visualize the power flowing through me. As I did, I could feel magic welling up inside me, flooding out from deep within. With my mom's help, I was able to defeat the evil spirit. As soon as it was gone, I erupted from my staff. I turned to see the rest of the crew climbing to their feet, their symptoms gone. The power spread through the entire island of Valstechi, eliminating the disease and bringing smiles back to the people. Things were a little touch and go there for a while, but in the end, everyone pulled through. And I've been able to use my magic without any issue ever since. I just know it's because my mom is watching over me through my staff. Thanks to her, I can keep traveling with the crew, using the staff she left me to bring out more smiles along the way.
I once gave up being a skyfarer. Also, I could take up arms to protect my home island, Auguste. Man, she was special. You see, there aren't too many places in Fana Grande with oceans, much less ones as gorgeous and pristine as Auguste's. And I'd be damned if I stood by as the Erste Empire sullied its waters with the byproducts of their weapons research. It goes without saying that I enlisted. Good thing, too, because it was in the midst of the ensuing war that I met the Grand Cipher crew. They helped us, the local mercenaries, I mean, take a stand against those Imperial punks. It wasn't a picnic, but we weren't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, the war wasn't decided by either side, but by the patron deity of the land, Leviathan, who damn near drowned Auguste in a fit of rage. Anybody's troubles would have seemed small compared to a battle like that, huh? Well, not long after, as if irony was waiting to bite me on the ass, my estranged daughter showed up out of the blue. I know what you're thinking. What kind of parent wouldn't rejoice at seeing their child again? But it's complicated, and it's all my fault. Man, the way Apollonia looked at me, like a wolf staring down her bunny-eared breakfast. I couldn't face her. this crew. There was something about their vitality, you know? Here were these young'uns standing against impossible odds and coming out stronger for it. Maybe if this old man took good notes, he could eventually have an honest conversation with his own baby girl. So, I asked to join the crew and took up a life of skyfaring once again. The next time my daughter and I met, I wouldn't let fear and regret keep me from moving forward. How'd me and my daughter end up estranged? Well, the first thing you need... I refused to listen to the doctors. Terminal my foot. Even if there wasn't so, I left my family at home. Crisscrossing the skies, looking for her, but no matter how far and wide I traveled. And while I was away, I wasn't there for her. I never even got the chance to say goodbye. Regret. You can't even begin to imagine the pain. My daughter spent countless days looking after her. It's not hard to imagine why she hates me. She must have asked herself time and again, why... By the time I finally came home, she was long gone. There were no... All I could do was stand, dazed and helpless. After that, I met the captain. And through my travels with the crew, this might surprise you, but we didn't have a tearful, touching father-daughter I spent so long telling myself that the next time we met, I'd face up to my past. Any courage I'd mustered withered in the face of her scorn, and I was left standing there, feeling like an... Sometime after this heartwarming reunion, I bonded with Leviathan, and through our link, saw glimpses of what lay in my... I thought I had escaped all those painful memories. In that world created by the pact with Leviathan, my wife was still alive. I saw... Of course, I knew none of this was real. I would rather stick... She wasn't having any of that. She said I couldn't She made me promise to fix things between myself and our daughter. Said she'd boot me out of the ocean if I came back without completing my task. Her words finally gave me the push I needed to face my past. They gave me the strength to fight for my daughter in her hour of need. I'd like to think that I finally did something. Of course, I don't expect our relationship to be mended with one conversation or act.
Zega Grande, the Forgotten Skydom. As I gazed into its perennial blue, I reflected on my last time here. My memories of this place were distant.
Have you been here before, Rosetta?
Hmm? Eventually, I'll share my tales of the captain's father and our journey. But first, I would need to sort through my own emotions. It was here. I know. In the eyes of eternity, our time together lasted no longer than a blink. Indeed, it wasn't nostalgia that I felt upon revisiting these skies. Rather, it was the significance. During the war, primal beasts were exploited, withered, and faded. One primal would eventually drift to Lumacier Archipelago. Over time, she grew accustomed to the comforts of its forests and the serenity they offered. Centuries would pass until a young man stumbled upon her domain. She engaged him in a vicious battle, accepting her fate. However, the man would sheath his blade, and to her, the primal beast was supposedly no beings born to be controlled, manipulated. She had never entertained the idea of something more. Well, she did have a moniker, but it was a meaningless one. Perhaps out of pity, perhaps out of kindness, the man bestowed upon Rosetta. It was his gift to her, one she would treasure and... With every union comes, and when his journey neared its final chapters, as he took up arms against the god of destruction. After my return to the archipelago, I briefly longed for his companionship. Decades came and went, and one day there was no mistaking it. I realized at that very moment the time had come. He had entrusted this child to me from the ends of the skies. My heart swelled, but I concealed my excitement, flashing naught but a smile at the young captain. I would join the up-and-coming Skyfarers crew on the Grand Cipher for another journey across the skies, this time as a bystander. During their travels, they would experience joys I continued to observe from afar, doing my roots were well planted in the past. Knowing what I knew would, before long, my ambivalence would come to a head. My convictions had begun to waver. Of course, I was conscious of reality, and they would have to face the harsh life, and with our foes only becoming more and more cumbersome, even for my presence on the Grand Cipher was inconsequential. I thought if I weren't here, the captain, Io, perhaps the time had come to retire. But as I was preparing to leave, Io grabbed my hand so sweetly, I would be the bystander no longer. Everyone in the crew had a role to play. Finally, I found my purpose. I was free to it wasn't duty or obligation that anchored me to this crew. I would leave no regrets in the skies. Thus, our journey continued. Only this time
The twang of a bowstring, the cessation of a once beating heart. I knelt down quietly beside my prey and confirmed the absence of a pulse. There's no escaping the cold, ironclad law of this world, that the strong devour the weak to survive. Growing up in a backwater hunting village, the adults ingrained this irrefutable rule into our brains from the moment we could crawl. Memories of my childhood raced into my head as I wrestled the arrow from flesh and sinew. Back then, my friend and I would often trek into the perilous wilderness to compete for the largest catch. Although no records of our matches were ever kept, I can assure you that I never lost once. I had the sharpest eyes in the entire village, bar none. When I stood atop a mountain summit, not a single beast escaped my gaze. Yep, I sure was proud of my eyesight when I was a kid. Everyone in the village showered me with praise. They all agreed I was a natural-born hunter, a generational talent even. Now, I'm not going to lie, I might have let it go to my head a little. Before I realized it, my bonds with the villagers began to fray. My world, the village, I took to hunting on my own as a means of improving my survival skills, to learn to be self-sufficient. As someone who could pinpoint a pin in a sea of silver, the ends of the sky, I wanted to be able to see halfway around the world. Striding into my first real city was a moment unlike any other. Where did all the people? Like a pup opening her eyes for the first time, for the better part of a week, I worked tirelessly. The transition was seamless. I even established quite a few friendships. Like one day, a colossal beast broke past the city gates. With nary a twitch, the interloper went down in a silent heap, my arrow protruding from the center of its brow. It was so quiet I thought time had stopped. None dared breathe, let alone for the first time since my arrival, I wasn't simply another face in the crowd. Riding the high, I instinctively went about field dressing the kill, right in front of everyone. Oh, I was so naive back then. You can take the warm reception I had won turned absolutely frosty. From the moment I made the first incision, I realized friends with whom I'd stayed up many a night swapping stories over food and drink instantly severed ties with me and began to gossip behind my back. That was the day I received my first bitter taste of isolation. It's hard to identify exactly when the cynicism set in. Things are so much simpler when you're a kid. Then I stepped outside my little bubble and was never the same again. From the new locales I visited, I questioned if there was anyone in the Sky Realm. I was still proud of my hunting prowess, but the prospect of standing when you're the best of the best was zero competition. The thought of total isolation terrified me the most. At times, my yearning, it wasn't like I had to find a rival who was my equal in skill. I just wanted there had to be at least one person out there I could confide in. Sadly, most folks I met on my travels took one look at my freak talents and refused to. Some were kind enough to at least pretend to like me. We'd spend time together. These people stared back at me like cornered animals fearing a predator who was merely playing with her food. I began to blame. Then, I finally met someone who genuinely... She was a master sniper in her own right, and didn't give two. We did everything as best friends. Eating out, shopping, the works. Whew, the bags of rubies I must have spent. Now, I'd been burned before, but... when will I learn not to get... You see, Silva was hired for this routine bodyguard gig. Nothing fancy. But it all... I saw the ambush unfold from leagues away, and without a second thought, drew back my bowstring again and again. As the last of the brutes fell from my arrows, Silva stood trembling amid the carnage, her mouth agape. "She's a monster," my supposed friend uttered. Of course, I couldn't hear her words over such a vast distance, but I read it on her lips, clear as day. I'd been called that countless times by countless people. The words should have held no power over me, but this time it had hit differently, coming from someone I considered to be my first best friend. From that day on, we pretty much drifted apart. But I guess fate had other plans for us. When I joined the captain on their travels, I was shocked to learn that the woman I'd been trying so hard to avoid was also part of the crew. Silva and I finally sat down and had a heart-to-heart to clear the air. And wouldn't you know it, both of us were guilty of misjudging the other, and of acting like babies. Silva apologized for what she had said on that fateful day, even though it was totally my fault for jumping to conclusions. Hearing my first real friend speak from the heart brought me to tears. I think it was at that point when I realized I wasn't alone anymore. There was someone else standing right beside me. Someone I could rely on through thick and thin. The monster who had been sentenced to a life of isolation was at long last free.
Here it is. This one, yes? Good luck out there.
All right, time to go.
You're bringing the whole circus, huh? Keep on your toes. Yikes! It's alive!
No falling under my watch.
Yikes! Now it's on! Yeah! It's working!
What do you think? The rose is shot.
Gotta keep it up!
Full bloom. Come on.
Follow my lead!
What do you think?
Dragon Wave! Yep, this'll do!
Take my form.
Yeah! It's working!
Full bloom. Can't keep up.
It's over!
To take care of this area, the next zone awaits. They just keep coming, but we'll show. It's an air raid.
Locked on!
Come, Crimson Thorn. Full bloom. Can't keep up.
Incoming! Can't be me! Now! Just
Keep focused.
Hey! I'm always ready to go!
What do you think? The rose is shot. War's not over yet.
It's working!
I think we're good here. Let's move to the next spot. They just keep coming, but we'll show them who's boss.
Gotta keep it up! No escape! Watch out! Gotta keep it up! Follow my lead!
What do you think?
Go get him!
What the? Stop!
Follow through. Will do.
It's working!
Thank you, Rosella. I'm here to protect the crew.
Dragon Wave!
Full bloom.
It's working!
Follow me.
Gather up!
My aid.
Gotta
Great
keep
work.
it up.
And here I can go all day long.
More monsters. You ready?
Not quite. Can't beat me. Yep, this'll do. It's over. Incoming!
Full bloom.
It's working! Locked on!
Can't keep up.
It's working! Here goes nothing! Let's... Tempest Blade!
There.
Watch out! Not quite.
Can't keep up. No falling under my watch. There.
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there.
Good work. Now look. Let's get...
Come to view the request? What do you think? I can make the arrangements at once. Please be careful.
What'll it be?
I love learning new stuff. Yeah! Oh, that's how it's done. Yeah, I think I get it. Oh, nifty. Ready for action.
overdo it, okay? Overdo it? I'm just getting started. No running! Just... Never fear! Go get him!
Well, it seems we'll have to do this the hard way.
Let's stay calm.
It's working! Can't beat me!
Miss me.
There! Full bloom!
Armor break!
Can't keep up.
Watch out! It's working!
What do you
Go
think?
all out!
No power under Marvel.
No escape!
Come and get it.
It's working! It's our chance!
Understood!
Gotta keep it up! Follow my lead! No running! Dragon Blade!
It's over! Right away.
Take it!
Thank you, Rosella. I'm here to protect the crew.
Just what the cleric ordered.
It's working! That Dragon Blade!
What do you think? Don't play too hard and you can't keep up.
Watch out!
Understood.
Lock on!
Crimson Thorn!
Yikes!
There! Refreshing.
Here comes healing.
Sorry to burden you.
What do you think? Can't keep up.
Miss me.
It's working!
Come and get it.
Gotta keep it up!
Full bloom. No falling under my law.
Follow my lead! Never give up!
Can't keep up.
It's not over yet! Yikes! Follow me! After you! It's over already? Boy, you're on a roll!
What you hiding? Let's see.